Hi all, welcome to another edition of the Gunners Xtra Podcast. I'm here with Ryan again to, it looks like we're going to have to discuss the mess that is Arsenal at the moment. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, mate, what is going on at Arsenal at the moment?
I don't know. Like, every time we seem to sit down, it seems to be the same shit.
I don't think we've done a podcast that's actually...
Positive.
There's nothing positive really. It's always bad news.
Groundhog Day.
It is Groundhog Day, but we've got to talk about what's happening and what's going on. So let's start Southampton of the weekend.
Woeful.
Oh, it's really bad.
Like,
probably one of our worst performances of the season.
yeah, we should have lost. Like, normally you think, against like Wolves, and Palace, you'd think, a draw was probably fair overall. But I genuinely think Southampton 100% deserve to beat us.
The way we played, they looked like Barcelona at the weekend.
Yeah.
It was an absolute joke. I mean, I don't understand like the mentality of some of our players. Like,
I don't know. I am lost for words now because I think a manager can only do so much, and as much as I think it's the end for Emery, like obviously we'll speak about that in a bit, but the players, they're still a lot better than what Southampton have got.
They are.
You think, take the initiative and just go out and do what you need to do, but they look like lost souls out there.
I mean, I was watching the game and I just get the feeling that the players, they're not playing for the manager. I think they want him out.
Lost them, I think. And obviously there's all these rumours about it kicking, like a revolt against him and stuff, but there's no smoke without fire. Like,
I mean, they say that's why Aubameyang and Lacazette aren't signing contracts, because they want to see, Emery out and who the next manager is.
Well, I can't, why would they want to stay? They're at an age where they want to win things. They probably want to play in the Champions League. We're at the moment, in my opinion, we're a million miles off the Champions League.
Oh, and the thing is, everyone seems to be making up ground around us. Spurs and Man United are right behind us now.
I said a couple of weeks ago, we're where we are, and when we were like, after the Bournemouth game, I think it put us up to third, and I was sort of telling people, that's probably as high as we can reach. But it's a false position. We're only there because, like you say, Spurs, Man United, the teams around us have been equally as bad, but now they're picking up. You'll see a true reflection of where we should be.
Well, 12 to 13 games into the season, we're about 20 points behind Liverpool.
Oh, mate, yes.
20. I mean, I know Liverpool are good, but we're not 20 points worse than Liverpool.
Yeah.
It is a joke, but
if the Emirates was a fortress, which
it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the games like Palace, Wolves, Southampton. Maybe not Wolves, because I do rate Wolves. I think they're a good side, but that's a given. Southampton are, and we shouldn't be dropping points there.
But the thing is, we're playing bottom, second bottom, wherever they are, Southampton at home, and we start with 3 at the back.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? That surely that is cowardly.
That's negative, isn't it?
Oh, I just don't.
I'd rather. I'm not that I agree with this philosophy in football, but I'd rather think, right, let's just outscore teams. Against the Leicester side, you might concede 2, but if we really went at Southampton, a bit like Leicester did, got no doubt we would have scored goals. But I don't know what it is with Emery. I think he overthinks things. I just think that on paper this shit, their league position says this shit. Just go at them and score goals. It'd be fun to watch.
He's too scared to lose now, but he's gonna
a draw at home and scoring in the 95th minute or whatever it was. That felt like a loss. I didn't even celebrate when it went in.
Oh, well, the thing is as well, I mean, Southampton, they were cheating a little bit. They were diving, taking extra time on the floor, but that allowed them to have extra minutes. And I bet they're kicking themselves.
It's part of the game, isn't it?
I mean, they must be gutted that they walked away from that without a victory.
Yeah. Well, I walked out of the ground on Saturday and I was just like, this is, I don't know, I'm lost for words. Literally, like it's got to the stage where it's like, what are the club doing?
And the thing is, I was there and I was like, they're going to score again. And they had great opportunities to score again.
But that chance where Socrates prattling around with it, where he should have played it out. I think it was Tierney or Luis.
But even the last 5 or 10 minutes, they had chances to bury the game.
They should have been out of sight. And how can a team 19th in the league, who haven't won for 2 months, playing away at the Emirates, they must come out of it. They must have been gutted, but they win that game.
And the thing is, right, you can say, Arsenal managers under pressure. Their managers under loads of pressure as well, but they can still put a performance in.
100%.
But you look at the first goal, 4 or 5 players all asleep.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think Socrates was the only player who was actually looking in the right direction.
Yeah. They say that the ball was slightly moving, but I think that's clutching at straws.
Oh, it's desperate. It's desperate if we have to look at stuff like that. We're not switched on. you know, we're not organised, and we're going to continue to keep losing games if we don't sort it out.
Emery's got to go, mate. That's and it's not that I think it's solely his fault. I don't but I think like his tactics, like you say, playing three at the back at home against a shit side like Southampton. I just think like.
Well, we played three at the back. They still had 21 shots, 6 of them on target. I mean, I know it's not a great sort of shots on target ratio, but I know Leno did make some good saves. It's ridiculous. I mean, and the thing is as well, you know, we're attacking. I see Guendouzi and Torreira on the edge of their box, trying to score as well. I'm like, why don't you just sit?
I know.
Because then we got broken against time after time after time.
But that's been like for 10 years, isn't it? Like,
but why though? I don't
know. They're brain dead footballers, some of them, because I think, well, like you say, even when we used to play like Sundays, Saturdays football, it's like if you broke and you don't all go as a team, you have a bit of like noose about you and think, right, a couple of us will sit back here in case they break. But how can they not see it? And they're getting paid they're professionals.
Well, I watched it back on Match of the Day, obviously probably through lots of tears, but I was watching it back, and who's the guy who scored the penalty? Ward-Prowse?
Yeah.
He basically said, look, we came here, we knew we could have a go, and we know they're under pressure. Like, we're Arsenal, and like teams like Southampton are doing that.
But surely that you'd think that would play into our hands. If after the first 15 minutes, a team like Southampton attacking you, you'd think, well, they're attacking us, they're going to leave gaps, so suck them in a little bit and then hit them on the break.
Well, under Arsene Wenger, if people used to attack us, we used to love that, because we were like, right, we'll take you on and we will come out on top.
Rather a team do that against us rather than sit deep and 10 men behind the ball, but I don't know, it's...
I mean, is the formation right? I mean, are we working hard enough? Well, I mean, what do you think of the formation?
It's everything. I don't think, like you say, against lowly Southampton at home, you don't play free at the like negative. Just go at them, play your sort of like flat back four, fly at them. That's in my opinion. You might concede, because Arsenal always concede, but you're likely to score goals.
Yeah.
But we at the moment, I mean, if it weren't for Lacazette, I don't remember us creating too many chances.
I mean, Aubameyang's not been the greatest, but, you know, you can't say that he's not playing in the right position.
No, I mean...
because we're playing two up top.
Lacazette's back and he looks fitter now, because I think there was a point where it was like, without Aubameyang, like, we'd be like 20th in the league or something stupid over some silly stat. But at least the pressure, there's going to be goals from Lacazette now, hopefully.
Would you bring Xhaka back in? I mean, everyone was moaning to get Xhaka out of the team and bring Ozil in. Since Ozil's coming, he's not really done a lot, and we were actually winning more with Xhaka.
Yeah, I mean, the whole... I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
I didn't really rate him sort of before all that incident happened, so, and I always wanted him dropped, and I wanted Torreira playing there, but if you're going to play Torreira there, at least play him in his proper position. I mean, I read something the other day I heard it actually, I think Emery sort of said he showed... Torreira some videos of himself last season and said your form's dropped and all this, but I think you're playing him in a number 10.
Yeah.
And he hasn't even been starting before that. Like, he plays the Europa League games, but I don't think that's
I don't think we've got a natural leader on the pitch like Tony Adams or Vieira say, look, you're out of position, get back. You're out of position, get back. We need someone like that, and we don't have that. I
thought someone like David Luiz would do that. Take away what you think about him footballing wise, but I thought he's been there, he's done it all. He's played in good sides with decent players. I thought he'd be a voice, like
even if he's not captain, as one of the most experienced defenders, you should be able to organise, your team in front of you, the guys next to
you. You're seeing the whole pitch, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you see someone out, I said, fucking barrack them for it.
Yeah.
Tell them to get back. And I think there's too many people there upset, like scared of upsetting someone and like the harmony. And I think, well, fuck it, just.
Well, I used to get it on a Sunday. I used to go forward.
It was me.
Yeah, I used to go forward. The centre-back's telling me to get back. I'm like, the reason I couldn't get back is because I was unfit. These guys are fit people. They should be, like, back in position.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm sort of like, we need to make a change with the manager, because Emery's obviously not getting nowhere near as enough as what he should.
So you're Emery out, yeah?
Oh, yeah. And like I say, it's not the fact that I think it's solely his fault. I don't think a new manager's come in and it's all going to be roses, but a new manager come in, be a bit more demanding, a bit more organised, and I think you'll see improvements. I think for Emery, seems like a nice fella.
I feel for the guy a bit. I mean, it is a highly pressured job. He gets media scrutiny. Not just from the newspapers, but also online fans and things like. There's a lot of pressure being the Arsenal manager, and I totally get it. He's nice guy.
He inherited a mess.
I've got no doubt he'll go on to his next club, and whoever it is, I think he'll do all right. But it's just, I just think he's under a lot of pressure. I don't think he knows he's...
Our fans don't help. We have got some fucking idiotic...
Oh, we've got some idiots.
Bases.
We've got some idiots, and it doesn't help things. But the thing is, I mean, these are the same fans that said, we need Xhaka out, we need Xhaka out. Xhaka's out, and we're still playing just as bad.
Yeah. Who would you bring in, though?
Well, it's like we don't have anyone else to blame now other than the manager. And then if we bring in a new manager, it's going to be the board. Like, I think some of the players have got to take responsibility for the way they're playing, because they're playing dog shit.
And if you had a few leaders out there, natural leaders, they'd probably be like, right, I know it always comes back to, you go back to say like Patrick Vieira, Tony Adams back in their day. If someone weren't doing what they were doing, they would have fucking known about it.
Yeah. Oh, I totally get it. I mean, I can tell from your voice that you're really you're a breaking point.
It's boring now. It's like, come on, like.
I want to do a podcast where I'll say, great goal, great defence.
Hopefully, the next time we do one, there will be some sort of a change. And I don't want to see him get sacked because I think it's not nice. I mean, it's 12 million he'll get. It probably soften the blow. So I can't feel too sorry for him. But I mean, who would you want in if you could pick a name right now?
Well, I mean, we've been linked with obviously. There's probably 5 or 6 people that we've been linked with. I mean. Obviously, we've missed the boat on Jose, which I know you really wanted to be our manager.
Only because I think he would have come in United. I mean, look, I know it's only Spurs. They've done 2 games. Olympiacos, they're not great. West Ham, terrible at the minute. But their troubles of 2 weeks ago under Poch, they seem like they've gone. It's like he's come in, he's brought...
Well, they didn't have an away win for like 11, 12 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Away win straight away.
But they've got a feel-good factor about them already. I don't think it'll last, because I think Mourinho will throw his toys out at some point, but... I mean, we just need to get a little bit of momentum going.
So, are you worried about the guys down the road?
Yeah, they're finished above us.
You reckon?
100%.
Do you reckon they get top 4?
I don't know, because Leicester are doing really well, and obviously Chelsea. I mean, no one expected Lampard to be doing what he's doing this year, but fair play, they're doing what they're doing with a relatively young side. I mean, there's a lot of points to play for, but I looked at like the Southampton game and the next couple of games. I thought this is a good chance for us to get some points on the board. I mean, oddly, we're a point closer to Chelsea than we were before the start of the weekend.
Yeah.
So
it's only because they played Man City and they played played really well. You know, they had more possession. You know, they did really well against them, and that's what worries me. That how can Frank Lampard come in, an inexperienced, coach? He's only got 1 year under his belt, and get them playing like that. I mean,
maybe puts a bit of demand on them. Like,
so what happens if someone like Arteta coming to Arsenal? I mean, he would be quite similar to Frank Lampard. He had 1 year less management experience, but quite similar.
I'd back him, because I think the next manager, whatever happens, you got to back him. You can't just go in with a neck. Because there's too many Arsenal fans who will go in and be like, "Oh, he's not good enough," and be booing at the final whistle straight away. And I think, come on.
Well, I was listening to Lee Gunner's podcast. He said if Arteta gets the job, Arteta out from day one. From day one.
I think that's fucking idiotic.
I mean, it's stupid. You've got to back your coach. I mean, I'd be sceptical. He's not the guy that I want.
No, we need someone with a bit of experience. I mean, I don't want Arteta on sentiment. Oh, he played for us. He done well for us. Blah blah.
He wasn't even the greatest player for us either.
We probably signed him 2 or 3 years too late. We brought him in at a late age. We only bought him to steady the ship after Man United trounced.
I'd have someone like Arteta in the team now, though. To be fair. Yeah. And that midfield needs it. But Arteta is definitely not the guy for me. I think
people are looking at Arteta as, oh yeah, he works under Pep, and he'll be the next Pep. And I think, in my opinion, I look at him, he's Pep's bitch.
Yeah, he is. He
puts the cones out.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's like saying, why didn't we give Pat Rice the job of managing Arsenal? Just because he sits next to Pep, and someone said to me on Instagram,
no doubt that in the future, but the Arsenal job, whoever comes, this is a massive job now. If
Arteta coming to Arsenal, I want him to go out, prove his worth for 2 years somewhere else, show that he's good, show that he is a good coach, and then I'd take him. But not, I mean, Pep didn't have him at Barcelona, he didn't have him at Bayern Munich, and he still did, pretty well. It's still, just because you see the philosophy and you're working with them every day, doesn't mean you can, coach it yourself. So, okay, so other than Arteta, we've talked about Brendan Rodgers in the past, and I've a bit out of reach.
He'd probably be one of my choices, to be fair, only because he plays football in the right way. Obviously, he's got Leicester super organised. If I could pick anyone, he'd probably be up there. Okay,
but I'd say let's put Arteta aside, Brendan Rodgers aside. You've got to choose between 2 or 3 people. Who would your 2 or 3 people be?
We're going by all the rumours on Instagram and Twitter, and that obviously we're being linked heavily with Santos, from Wolves.
Good manager,
I still think it's a bit of a risk because I think he's well overachieving with Wolves, or maybe not. I mean, he took them from the Championship to the Europa League.
But they've got money though. They've got quite a bit of money. Wolves, like they've invested quite a lot.
They've got money, but they're not.
They're not richer than us.
You wouldn't look at their players on paper and be like, oh yeah, well, you'd still probably take our players.
Yeah.
So I mean, like our front three, you take over there.
But he's signed players that he knows they'll work hard. Like he's going to come into a team where we don't work as hard.
Yeah.
I mean, is a new manager going to be able to come and say, right, the work that you're doing, we want you to double that?
But that's the thing. Again, if you bring up someone like him in, you've got to give him a couple of windows, give him time. You can't just be jumping on him straight because to get his point across in his philosophy, it's going to take a bit of time. But then again, we haven't really got a philosophy at the minute.
We haven't got a style of play or philosophy or anything at the moment.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you've got Allegri out there.
I mean, I like Allegri.
Coach.
He's a proven coach. He's done it in Europe. Well, he's played well in Europe and he's won
2 Champions League finals. And to be fair, they lost to Barcelona and Juventus. Barcelona and Real Madrid. You think, all right, you've got them that close. And
yeah, I mean, it's not.
The best teams
They've
around.
never been embarrassed in Europe, have they? You know, they've been all there or thereabouts. I know he's won sort of leagues with Juventus, and I know the Italian league's probably only got competitive this year. Really, other than that, he's had a free run at things. But
if it wasn't for him making the Champions League final on them 2 occasions, I'd probably be a bit like, you know what, the question marks there. But he's got the right in Europe as well.
He's got the right CV. He's got the right 100%. CV, and I'd rather have him than Arteta.
Would he want to come to us? He's a Champions League coach. Like, we're sort of like probably a couple of seasons away from getting. I mean, this was our season to get back in the Champions League because of how Chelsea's transfer ban. Obviously, Leicester have come out of nowhere again. Man United are poor. You sort of think this was
Spurs
the year.
are on the down, but
they're on the down. But they're obviously Mourinho. I mean, you look at Spurs' next few fixtures, and I've got no doubt they'll take maximum point. Like they've got teams like Bournemouth, Burnley. It's a great start for Mourinho.
Okay, so Allegri or the Wolves manager Nuno Santos.
I'd be happy with either of them.
You'd have either of them.
Yeah, I would, because I just think we need something. I mean, up until a couple of days ago, I got to the point where I was like, you know what, get Emery out because the players aren't playing for him. Things aren't working. Even if you put Freddie there to the end of the season, it'd be a fresh voice. But now I just found out that he hasn't got the right coach's license.
Oh, he hasn't, no?
He can only coach for 12 weeks and then he can't do it anymore.
To be fair, I mean, I don't think Freddie's going to be the answer, but I think he may have 1 or 2 games where he'll take the reins.
He'd probably change things. I think that the players...
I'd rather have him than Arteta.
It would lift people, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, again, I'll take one of them 2 guys. I'll take either of them. Whether we could get the Wolves guy, away, I don't know. It might cost a bit of money. We're definitely got, we could afford Allegri, but it's just whether he wants to come and manage us or... I
did read again, it's all sort of like internet rumours, but I did hear that we had talks with Allegri, but it didn't go well.
Well, apparently Jose had some talks with us. He had a meeting with Sinelli, but...
I think you just don't know what goes on. I mean, it's all hearsay.
It's all paper talk, I know. Now, well, we've got to look on to the next match. We've got Frankfurt on Thursday, and apparently we haven't trained for the last 2 days. Today's our first day training. I don't understand why that is, but
I just think maybe if you believe the rumours, it sort of like kicked off a little bit at the weekend.
You know what I find funny? Arsenal are not really saying anything at the moment. Everything out there's just rumours. Normally we're there's a bit more happening on the media side of things, press conferences, but it's been really quiet with Arsenal this last 2 or 3 days.
Today, I haven't heard anything. I don't know if it'd probably be about 2:00 maybe, but I don't know. You'll see maybe then, but
yeah. I don't know. I mean, what would you do for Frankfurt? I mean, would you put a good team out to try and restore some confidence?
Couldn't give a toss.
I know you don't give a toss about it, but it's a chance to be fair, Frankfurt are a good team as well. Like we beat them
3-0 away, and it should have been about 8-7. Like it was horrendous.
They had some chances, but would you put a good team out to try and restore some confidence at home, especially in front of the home fans?
It wouldn't be a bad shout. Like I wouldn't go full tilt. Like people like Aubameyang, who have sort of pretty much played every game, I probably wouldn't play him. I'd probably play Pepe because obviously he didn't start, and he looks like he's short of confidence at the minute. I don't know. There's 2 ways.
He looked all right the weekend when he come on. I'd start him. I don't know why he's out.
Maybe you're right. Maybe go with your strongest 11 just to sort of. I don't think he knows what his strongest 11 is.
Yeah.
I don't even know what his. I couldn't tell you what he's going to do on Sunday against Norwich. Like what formation. all right, Torreira and Guendouzi would probably pick themselves because obviously.
But I mean, I'd play Ainsley in this game as a defensive midfielder because, or even put like a Callum Chambers in the defensive.
I'd put Xhaka back in.
At home?
Well, apparently there's only going to be about 10 people there. Because they've got a stadium ban, no away fans, and our tickets went on sale for this game, I think, last Tuesday, and there was massive restrictions on it because they're worried about Frankfurt fans getting tickets.
Okay.
So, I don't know. They reckon it's going to be the lowest ever attendance at the Emirates, so I think it probably is a good time to put Xhaka in.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, to be fair, he's come under a lot of pressure, but I think it's time for him to come back in. Definitely should have come back in on the last away Europa game.
Yeah.
But he's took some time out. He's still taking time out.
I just think if he comes in whenever he does come back in, I'm not saying cheer his name when it comes out because I know people are pissed off with what went down. But I think booing him would be the worst thing you could do. But there will be dickheads, especially idiots from another certain Arsenal platform, who will. Do you know what I mean? They'll smash him to pieces, and I think, what are you trying to do to him?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's not. I understand maybe after the game, like you can do that sort of stuff, not during the game. Like if you get subbed off, because the thing is, we're playing just as Pony now with him not in the team, but no one else is getting booed. No one else is being singled out. Like Socrates should be singled out effectively.
We're one injury away. Like let's say we lose Torreira for a considerable amount of time to having to play Xhaka.
Yeah.
So do you really want a geezer whose confidence is on the floor, and it's sort of been our last resort?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know what to. I mean, I want us to win this Europa League game. I want us to get a bit of confidence back, even if it's a case of playing Lacazette for a half, Aubameyang for the other half. You know,
I was sort of thinking like away from like the football side of things, like this game on Thursday. Given the fact they're saying it's going to be a record low for the Emirates, so obviously it's going to be a lot of empty seats. This would be the perfect time.
Emery might not even be in the seat.
Well, yeah, this could be a perfect time for these like fans who go every week, and fair play to them. But this could be a perfect time. So if you want to make a stand against the board, whoever, this is where you don't go to a game.
Yeah.
Boycott a game. One that there's not going to be many fans at anyway.
I think it's...
But the dickheads who are on like Arsenal fan TV and that, who bash it, oh yeah, we want to make a stand now. Well, this is your chance, but... Yeah,
I mean, I understand what you're saying in regards to that, but at the end of the day, having an empty stadium is not going to help the fans... the team get better. We need to be behind them.
Regardless, but what I'm saying is you could really make a stand now. That's the only way.
But say for example we make a stand and then we have a very sort of low attendance and the Arsenal play bad, then they're going to get more boo boys. Like we're in a sort of no-win situation. We have
60,000 in there. We still play bad.
Yeah,
and it's a game where if we lost tomorrow night. As much as I think we should go to try and win it just to get another win and get some confidence, if we lost, it's not going to really matter. Nah,
I mean, I'd like to see us win tomorrow and win well, but...
I just want to see us play well.
Yeah.
Because like that game when we beat Vittoria at home with two late Pepe free kicks?
Yeah.
You take nothing from it because you think we didn't deserve to win that. You take the 3 points. But like I want to come out of a game, I want to come out of a stadium and think, you know what? We've done really well today, we played really well, we were tight at the back, midfield done well, took our chances. Yeah, good day.
Yeah,
Even when we win a game though, it's like when we played the last time we won was about 56 days ago.
Oh, please
don't.
2
international breaks have been since we last won a Premier League game when we beat Bournemouth 1-0 at home. And that day we didn't deserve to win that game.
Well, I don't think we deserve to win a lot of our games this year. We've not played great at all, and it's the perform. I mean, I would actually take, and it sounds bad, I'll take losing 1-0 tomorrow if we played well.
I know what you're saying. It's at the moment, it's a little bit about the performance, isn't it?
And I need the performance to be better. And obviously going on to our next sort of 3 league matches, which I think I would love a new manager to be, in the seat. Norwich away, Brighton at home, West Ham away. We've got to get maximum points from that.
Oh, that's what I said about Southampton.
I know, but I mean, yeah, you're true. I mean, it is true.
That after the Bournemouth game, that 2 international breaks, I said to a couple of people, after the international break, on paper, we've got some nice fixtures.
Yeah.
And we ain't 1-1.
Well, I mean, I've just invested in for a ticket over the Christmas period for Chelsea, and I'm dreading that game if Emery's still there. I mean, we're going to go down there, we're going to spend a lot of money, and if Emery's still in the seat, I'm dreading what's going to happen.
Yeah. I thought, mate, it's something that's got to give. Like, I've never known a club to sort of let things get this bad before they make a change. I know we've done it with Wenger. With the Wenger, you understood it, but you didn't because he was there on sentiment. You didn't want to sack our greatest ever manager.
Yeah.
But, all right, something happened and he went. But what are we showing loyalty to Emery? I personally think it's all about the payout. We don't want to pay the guy 12 million to go or whatever it works. Apparently, it's going to cost 15 million to get him and his coaches out. But then, if we'd have acted a month ago, when I think we should have done it, that 15 million pays for itself if you go on and make the Champions League, which now we look like we're a million miles off it.
Well, look what happened. Spurs, they were struggling. They made a decision and they basically, they got rid of the manager.
They sacked like one of the hottest properties in the world in terms of a manager. Do you know what I mean? I know he hasn't won nothing and you'll get people, well, what's he won? The guy, he'll end up at a top job.
Yeah, he'll get a top job and he will win something one day. But they made a decision. They were ruthless. They did it. Play, and we should have done the same thing pretty much at the same time. And now we've missed out on Jose. Whether he would have come to us or not, we should have had our name in the hat for him.
Yeah.
So I totally get that. But, okay, that's cool. I'll probably, last thing. I mean, January's around the corner. Transfer window's about to open up. If you could choose 2-3 players to come in, who would you want in? Or what positions?
I don't know about names because obviously realistic targets... I don't even know who's out there. I don't know what we've got to spend. Obviously, it's the same 2 players we've been screaming out for 10 years. We need a top centre back. We need a centre back, and we need a centre midfielder with legs.
I mean, I was watching the Watford game the other day. What about Decore? Would you have him?
Yeah.
Like, if we can't go to
people like Ndidi, Tillemans, you probably wouldn't be able to prize them out of their clubs right now. But you look at is it Tillemans from Leicester?
Yeah.
Like, I think Jamie Vardy said it after the Arsenal game. He's like, the guy runs for 2 people. That is exactly what Arsenal need.
Yeah.
A bit like Kante was.
Yeah.
Just puts a shift in. Nothing special on the ball. He runs his tits off, basically. And that's exactly what Arsenal lack. Because ain't the quickest.
If we could get someone like a Decore from Watford, at the end of the day, Watford, they're struggling. We should be able to go to Watford, say, look, we want to spend 20, 30 million. Here's 2 of our youth players, do something to get a player like that in because we need people like that. And January's a hard window to try and find someone.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm the same. I think we should need a defender and a defensive midfielder because I reckon we've got enough attacking talent, but I just think everything behind that is not working.
I think Arsenal, the David Luiz signing was a stopgap for Saliba, so I don't see us buying a centre-back.
No, I don't think so. But Saliba, he will come straight into the first team.
Good.
Yeah, he's going to have to, isn't he? Because we're not good enough.
He'll probably make a few errors and mistakes along the way, but he can't be making any more than the current ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the centre midfielder, obviously, I'm hoping. I think there's no way back for Xhaka long term. I think unless he comes in and starts playing like Vieira, which let's face it, he ain't got it in him.
Yeah.
I think ship him out, get what you can for him, reinvest it. Let's say Tillemans, for example, how much is he going to cost you?
But
that's even if you can get him out.
Well, they spent, 40 million on him? Did they buy him for 40 million?
So you're going to be looking at minimum 60, 70 mil.
Yeah.
Arsenal aren't going to spend that.
No, we're not going to spend that. No, that's fine. Well, fingers crossed, all goes well at Frankfurt and again at Norwich at the weekend. Guys, thanks for listening again. Please sort of like and subscribe us on YouTube. Also follow us on Twitter at Gunners Extra and also on Instagram. Thanks, guys. Speak to you soon.